And finally, Blind Man's Bluff, Robert. Just because we spoke about it earlier, we're going to do something a little. Uh, we're not going to do the
Mhm.
spoiler guest today. We're going to jump right into
Oh,
it,
good.
being it's an anniversary, the 13th, Part Five,
Oh,
New
yes.
Beginning, and this is just to reiterate what you said earlier. It is a pretty artistic. There's some choices in there, but some of the kills and the scenes,
I
it's
still like the
it's.
way it looks. Yeah.
I like the way it looks. Good call. And this is from setjitter.com. These are filming locations of Robert's page. Um, and it's been a minute since I've seen this, Robert. So I'm excited. A new
Yeah.
beginning, blue mask, cool cover. It's showtime. It's
And
happening.
I'm trying to think because I remember that A New Beginning title didn't quite look that way in the theater, but I can't remember what it looked like. So I feel like they
Really
kind of redid it when they released it on video, and I'm like, the Friday 13th exploding, the mask happened for sure, but I felt like A New Beginning looked a little differently than it does now. So, but I've never
interesting.
been able to see an original film. But it could just be me, but I'm like, I don't think I have that same memory of that. But
It,
anyway.
it looks like a television credit
Yeah,
versus a
that's where,
film.
yeah, you would not, that would not show up on film looking like that. So I'm not
No, no. Yeah.
quite sure what they did, but
No, no, good call.
yeah.
Um, Cornell, California. This was Mulholland. Where is this, Robert?
It's like, I was trying to think. Uh, I, I've been there different times. And so the rock story has been used in many, many films. And I think it's
Yeah.
not Topanga. It's like next to Topanga.
It's
No, I
close
can't
though.
quite. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's kind of that same area. But yeah, so.
Used in
Um,
Entourage, Sweetest Thing, Bionic
Oh, the
Woman,
sweetest thing. Yeah. So, yeah,
Sweetest Thing.
anytime you've seen this gas station, yeah. So it's, I know it's south of Agora Hills. So it's kind of between Topanga and Thousand Oaks, kind of somewhere if you kind of go south down into the mountains. So,
This
um,
is a funcking diner right now, like it's
it
open for
is.
business.
It is. Yeah. So, and if
Oh,
you go there
cool.
and sometimes you go there, it's filled with motorcycles, because that they have kind of different events and so forth. So
Oh,
there's a couple of
okay.
buildings kind of around that area. So, yeah, these were probably taken, I don't know how many many, many years ago. So I was there an early one morning. So I had the place all to myself. It wasn't even open.
Oh, I
But
love that. Yeah, it looks
yeah,
great. Great location shot here.
yeah.
This is the diner itself. Barbecue now
It's
closed.
showtime.
It's showtime. And if I remember that he was like doing coke and stuff, it was like,
Yes. And then Lana's getting ready into the bathroom. And so,
it's
yeah. So
showtime. It's so ridiculous.
a cat is thrown at her. Yeah.
Right,
Billy,
right.
it's cold.
Billy, that was it.
Um,
Oh, it's
That's the
so
thing. I've known this movie. I've seen this movie way too many times. You're going to lose a lot of money this way, Smarty.
well, you have.
Oh, well, it means
Yeah,
more for
well.
me. Yeah. I know.
I think this is the one I've seen probably the least in the
Oh,
originals. Come to think of it, but all right,
yeah,
cool. All
there we
right,
are. But yeah,
finish it.
so
I know where this is.
um,
Okay, very cool.
yeah, so this was kind of a missing location for a while, the kind of trailer park. And I think I had been looking at actual trailer parks for
Really?
years. And then there was another horror blog years ago that kind of had uh, already been to this location. I was like, oh, it's been there. Yeah, it's just this Franklin Canyon Reservoir. So I've been there many times. And that was like,
Oh,
oh, duh, there's the wishing well,
yeah.
and if you kind of go through the tree and the rock and stuff are kind of all there. And they just kind of fake. I kind of thought it looked they made it kind of look maybe like a trailer park. I see the trailer park sign. And they're like,
No, they
oh,
did. They did.
it must be a real trailer park.
Well, I mean, there's no such
Dummy.
thing
Yeah.
as a facade. No, but no, you're right though, Robert.
Yeah.
I mean, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been here many
Yeah.
times too, right?
Many times. Yep. So,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah, I
think
think
you
if
and
we
I
go
might
down
have
to,
driven past it together
I
once.
think, yeah, did we go to Franklin Canyon Reservoir? I don't know. But
We
anyway,
didn't
this
go
is right.
there, but we drove down.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, so
yeah.
this is next to Turtle Pond. So if you're in Franklin Canyon, so you could
Yes.
see like if you go down like that rock and that tree is still matches, everything is right there.
I
So
love that. That rock is still there.
the rock is still there. They didn't even move the rock.
Fortunately, it's
Um,
still there.
Unfortunately,
Fortunately.
um, yeah, but
I love that he's
yeah,
looking at the
so
sign too. I mean,
yeah, well, that kind
out
of
of the
it buzz,
context,
zzz,
it's
zzz,
right.
and then yeah, and then his stunt double. If you watch the movie, I don't know if we didn't notice at the time, but now you watch it, I was like, that's not even the actor at all.
Oh yeah. What, what,
Uh,
what, oh, right, right, right. Okay. Um,
in the fight scene. Yeah, but
this is a great
anyway.
page too. He did some really good location shots.
So yeah, so it was kind of fun. So as we know, the house and barn are not they are not happy people for even wanting to take pictures or share pictures of the location. So we've
Apparently they're
yet,
nasty, you said.
yeah, we've yet to kind of go out there. So,
Yeah. That's
but
when we
yeah,
deploy
that's so
some
this is
of
the actual outhouse, but I was doing my best
right.
to. It's in the same spot. I was trying to recreate it, but
Oh,
ooh,
yeah, because you
baby,
posted this.
hey baby,
Hey,
yeah,
baby.
baby, yeah, baby. Yeah, yeah.
You posted that today on your page.
Oh yeah, yeah, 'cause
It
it's
was great.
today's the 40th anniversary.
Yes, it was released
Oof.
on March 22nd, 85. 40 years.
Uh,
Where does the time go? And you saw this on your birthday,
so yeah, I didn't say opening night, but I saw it the next day for as my birthday extravaganza. Yeah,
which
so
is great, which is awesome.
as one
Uh,
does, you know. But
yeah, as you do. Um, Here we go. Speaking of,
there's some of the yeah, there's Ms. Melanie Kinnaman, Pam.
yes, who will be
Um,
coming on the show soon, thanks to Robert's
yes.
great
Got to meet
connections
her a
with
couple of
her.
times, and I'm wearing my Part 5 shirt right there. So
Oh, I love that. That's so
yeah,
cool.
but
You still have that
try-
shirt?
I still have that shirt. So and then this is the guy right before was the guy that played Tommy Jarvis, and then
Oh, let me go
Miguel
back. I'm sorry.
Nunez. Yep. So
Right.
that was Tommy
Yeah.
Jarvis. Miguel Nunez, who is still a working actor. Deborah Sue Voorhees.
I read an interview with her how she said, I'm sorry, the director's name is cutting, escaped my
D
mind.
Dan Danny Steinmann.
Danny Steinmann, how he shot, there was a lot of dirtier things they shot in the
Mm,
woods, but they cut it for pacing or whatnot.
yeah.
Was her experience with Friday the 13th Part 5 a good one? I feel like you don't hear about her as much
I
as
don't
the
know.
other
And
cast
she's a
members.
producer now. She produced like 13 Fanboy, which I think I was also a producer on. I can't remember. Um,
Oh,
but
right. That's
and
awesome.
some other yeah. So she's kind of dove into it, whatever. I can't remember. I think
She
she's kind of
embraces
looks
the
back not fondly, but like it was an experience. And
okay.
for these I call these kids, I'm curious because like this was a job and they were on it a few weeks and they did something else and then that they I'm sure none of them imagined that 40 years later we'd still be talking about them, you know.
That's the thing is you
Yeah.
you get these I mean even part 1 a lot of these actors were they're like this was just an
But
unmemorable set
yeah.
experience for me and 50 years later people are still asking me about it and
Yeah.
it's surreal and you're right they're
It
kids and because I feel like she I forget the actress we just saw she I had the idea the gist she wasn't fondly embracing it but like what the hell do I know from what I read but it sounds
yeah.
like it was a gig and now they're just happy to be a part of
It,
it.
yeah, and it is. I mean, imagine, thinking like your 17-year-old summer job that was barely a flash in the pan, and then 40 years later, people are like, "So, did you tell me more about your experience?" Like, I don't know.
When you worked
where
at
did
that
you
pizza place, tell how did you like
where did you film that? It's like, I don't know. Like,
right? But it's pretty surreal when you think about it.
yeah, yeah. So, there's Roy Burns right there, Dick
Roy
Van.
Burns.
So,
Has anyone
um,
cut Friday the 13th Part 5 where the reveal is not it was Roy and it was just
it
Jason?
was actually Jason. No,
Yeah.
maybe there is their kind of mysterious cut, but I do wish there was somehow there were some ways to find the original cut because this got butchered by the MPAA at the time. So you got
Oh, I
a lot
believe
of
it.
yeah, you have these weird close-ups and stuff just
Yeah.
is not happening on screen. It's just
Yep.
like could have been better. So and there's
Even
Mr. Corey
even worse
Feldman.
for
Yeah,
TV too. If you
yeah.
ever seen the TV cuts, it's bad. It's really bad. It's like Scarface.
Oh, do they cut
Corey
out all the
Feldman.
drug use in part 5 too? They would have to. I don't
Yeah,
know,
the
but
drug
yeah, it's
use
just
and obviously the
yeah,
nudity, but just the
yeah,
way they cut it, they just do like crops and
yeah.
close-ups. It's unwatchable.
It's just barely like yeah, and the two we call them the biker dudes, like some of those things there's a little bit still cringy. I ran down Tantui. Like there's just like get it was just like
I
what
mean,
is going on? And
did.
I just like and even I remember in the theater I was like this isn't the final chap. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
it
right.
was not quite the same. I
I
was just
ran
like what is
Dan ran
yeah, I
Dan
was just
Tui.
like Pete, like anyway,
I gotta.
but yeah,
I'm
so
gonna finish watching that or watch the whole thing
at some
tonight.
point, yeah.
But I
So
ran Dan too. No, no, tonight
it,
I'm
it
being.
it goes on just a little too long. You're like, all right, who
I know.
does this?
I
I think we know what drugs do this. I think that's probably the answer.
know,
Is
ran
it's
Dan.
like
Wasn't that guy kind of a dick in real life?
I don't
There was
those two minor
somebody from
actors. I
Friday the
don't know.
13th
Yeah.
that you've met. Maybe you don't want to say the
Oh,
name. That were he
I
was
don't
like a real dick to you or something.
I don't
And
think so. I'm trying to think. Yeah.
maybe it
So
was somebody else.
yeah, maybe somebody else. But yeah.
All
So
right.
there's maybe a little press. Here's my
Oh,
press kit. Yeah,
you still have
that
that?
I still have. Yeah.
Oh, hold
So
on to that, baby.
yeah.
Oh,
But
that's a nice one.
that was the only thing you could buy at the time.
Yeah.
I
But you
didn't
know how
even
many
buy
people would
you
love to
really.
have that now?
Yeah.
It's a
I'm sure
collector's
it's
item.
it's on eBay and so forth. But yeah, so it's nice press photos and
Very nice. Yeah, these press photos here. If you're listening, please go to setjetter.com and check it out. Robert, the cabin, was that filmed at the barn that people aren't anxious to
Yeah,
have people on there?
most of the barn and the house and all that was mostly that was all formed. Is it Calabasas? I think is where the
The
company
interiors
happened.
were there as well.
Yep, yep. So I don't think they did any set work at all for this one. I think it was all on location. And then I'm saying Calabasas because I think the hospital was Calabasas from the final scene. But I don't think anybody's got it's probably no longer exists. But